ahead and use the first of their timeouts. This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. Carr working out of the gun. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by the rookie out of Georgia.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Purdy off the play fake. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Here we go, set.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey.
46 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Ayuk goes in motion. Out of the gun, Purdy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
Purdy from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal.
Let's go. Hurt. Let's go.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they come up now, second and goal.
Set. Cowboy 80. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Purdy now to throw. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Niners post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football.
Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Let's go now.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
18 Cardinal.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
Ready.
Now an option play on second down. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
19 Tiger.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Seven Pirates.
They do go for this. Here's Willis. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Shotgun snap to Willis. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Dancing to his left. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and he'll be converged on quickly. Maybe gets a yard out of that. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Willis looks to pass it here. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
18, Pioneer. Buffalo 18.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready!
Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
And just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they decline it, and they choose to not give him that down back.
And I think that's the key to everything there. They didn't give up any yardage even on the completed pass. Don't give them an extra down in order to try and pick up a first.
On fourth down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt.
This is taken around the 12.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Purdy.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker.
So first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Get it! Cowboy 80! Ready!
Now from the gun, here's Willis.
Forced out to his left. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Josh Jacobs, as the first half is winding down.
And the Packers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Final play of the half. Purdy
taking a shot for Samuel.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Down the left sideline, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he'll get this one up to the 26.
This now a 3rd and 4.
It's caught by Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
60 Vices, 60 Vices. Mustang 19.
They go play action with Willis.
Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Malik Collins able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now they'll audible to something else. Willis looking to throw it. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Leonard Floyd, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Cougar 19. Rig, 60 Maverick. Ready.
Now Willis to throw. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Here we go.
On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down.
Viking 18. Go.
Willis will look to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Now Willis to throw. Being chased out left. That's complete to Dobbs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
When you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Here we go.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And the question now, can they get closer on third down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder.
Here's Willis. He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Now what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about it if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Second and 6 coming up.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here's 2nd down.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Well, the faithful in full roar here in Santa Clara. This is 3rd down.
Reload. 79 Broncos. Chop 60. Chop 60. Ready, right?
Now Willis.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
On the set.
Well, the defense circling now. 4th down and 7.
Come on. Set.
Throwing Willis.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw, got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Now first and goal. Here's Jacobs.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
You can do one of two things after a penalty. You can hang your head, or you can get mad and redouble your efforts. I think we just saw the latter there as they stopped him for no gain.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Ranger. Go.
Willis to throw.
And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. Here's first and 10.
Here we go, set. Set, go.
Throwing, Purdy.
They've got his man, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the fourth quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play.
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
Here's first down. Purdy with one final shot here.
This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
It all came down to one final jump ball on the Hail Mary, but partner, the defense was ready, able to force it to be incomplete. Ball game over.
Look, let's face it, everybody wants to work the ball in closer and take a more high percentage pass to try and tie the game. But the Hail Mary, that's what they had to work with. And now they're just hoping that their jumpers can get up higher and are stronger than the defenders. Not the case in this instance. They end up losing the game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.